Lewis here, and back for another episode of the Larbert Echo. Today, episode will include Jeremy Corbyn, the new series of Sherlock, and a story on the Italian earthquakes, including myself. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We will now go to Amy and Fiona.
Hi, I'm Amy. On the 1st of the 1st of 2017, the new long-awaited Sherlock season will return back to your screens. The first and second episodes' names were released to the public on September 24th and are called The Six Thatchers and The Lion Detective. The cast remains the same, with Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock and Martin Freeman as Dr. John Watson, but rumours say there'll be new characters introduced, such as Sherlock's older brother named Sherrington and a new villain suspected to be played by Toby Jones.
This is not likely to be the last season of Sherlock, as writer and producer Stephen Moffat says it's probably not going to end. I don't know how long we can keep it going, but I'm personally willing, but I'm hardly the main draw. I would be moderately surprised if this was the last of the show, but it absolutely could be. This is sure to be one of the biggest television events.
Now back to Lewis in the studio.
Thanks, Amy and Fiona. We'll now go to Aidan on a story with Jeremy Corbyn. The Labour Party is going through one of the worst periods of its history. The party is split in half, mainly due to the leadership of Jeremy Corbyn. On one side are the members, the Labour supporters, on the other are the MPs. The members backed Corbyn in the recent leadership election, but it was the MPs who forced this after a vote of no confidence in the Labour leader. The likelihood of Jeremy Corbyn becoming Prime Minister is very slim. His indecisiveness and his lack of leadership is ultimately a recipe for trouble. Labour is close to formally splitting in half due to the disunity in the party. The MPs put in a vote of no confidence in Corbyn, with a landslide of 172 votes to 40. After refusing to resign despite losing the support of his MPs, Angela Eagle and Owen Smith challenged Corbyn to a leadership battle, with Angela later dropping out so Owen could pose a bigger challenge. But Corbyn held on and will remain Labour leader for now. Thank you, Aidan. Now for our next story with Perry on a settlement found in Australia.
An ancient rock shelter was discovered in the outback Australia, which shows the Aborigines had settled earlier than we had previously thought. It was accidentally discovered by a local elder who stopped his car to go to the toilet in a remote gorge. While searching for a toilet, the Australian man found a 49,000-year-old Aborigine settlement. Clifford, the man who discovered it, was surveying the gorges nearby in the area when he stumbled upon the ancient Aboriginal settlement. Aboriginal Australians had settled on this site 49,000 years ago, which was 10,000 years earlier than what we had originally suspected. The shelter was found 350 miles north of Adelaide. The room-like shelter, which housed remnants of animal bones, eggshells, stone axes and blades, has been said by archaeologists as a groundbreaking discovery, which contains some of the clearest evidence that humans lived alongside and hunted megafauna, also known as the Australian bush elephant, which were the giant animals that roamed the earth after dinosaurs. Also, the animal remnants included bones from the Diprotodon autumnum, from an extinct giant wombat-like marsupial, and eggshells from a large ancient flightless bird. They also found ancient drawings depicting stories of the Aborigine tribe. Back to Lewis at the studio.
Now for Meredith on a story on the US presidency.
The 8th of November finally came around. After months of campaigning, it was finally time to make your final vote. No one can tell if it was going to be Clinton or Trump. The result was revealed the next day, and to everyone's surprise, it was Trump. It had been 4 years since last US election in 2012, and Obama had to leave, which left all politicians ready to fight. On the night of the election, both candidates decided to stay in New York, and once the results were revealed, Clinton stayed very quiet. During the campaigns, Trump said some controversial and false statements. He also used the shock approach to get people to vote for him. It had also been revealed that there had been several claims of sexual assault against him. Clinton then made a very graceful goodbye speech. During campaigning, she used feminism to her advantage, because if she had won, she would have been the first female president. In the next few months, Trump will enter the White House and be the official president of America. But what are your opinions on this election?
That's Meredith. We will now have a final story on animal extinction.
Many animals are dying in the world, and experts warn that there could be a mass extinction on a dinosaur level. If this mass extinction happens, then it will be the first large extinction since the last dinosaurs died. According to experts, many species could have fallen by 67% by 2020, unless action is taken to reverse the human activity that has fatally damaged global wildlife. The main factors as to why animals are dying is poaching and pollution, but many animals have been driven away by people taking over their natural habitats. If we don't start changing what we do to our world, then we're going to have to say goodbye to many animals. Back to Lewis at the studio.
Thank you, Rachel. And that's today's episode. Thank you for watching and goodbye.